What I will try to do in today's video is to explain how you can easily write numbers that are already in base 10 in their expanded form. So you can call it writing base 10 numbers in expanded form. I am going to take a few examples to demonstrate how you can write numbers in their expanded form. First of all, it is important for you to note that being able to do that depends solely on a good understanding of the place value of base 10 numbers. Look at the following numbers, for example. Let's say we are dealing with the number 3205. Let's say we have this number and we're expected to write this number in expanded form. Now what we can do is first of all be able to remember your place value table. And looking at this is 3205. 3205, we know this to be represented ably by 3000. That is, if I write my place value table out here, 1000 comes in first. Then this is the hundreds place. This is the tens place where the zero will come in, T, and then the ones place, or you can call it the units place. So since I have 3000, all it means is that I have 3 in thousands place, 2 in hundreds place, 0 in tens place, and 5 in ones place. Now, because I'm writing it in expanded form, I am going to express these place value initials in the number that they represent. For example, since this is 1000, I can write it as 1000 like this. This is 100, which we can write as 100. This is tens, we can write it as tens. This is ones, we can write it as ones. So this is tens, ones, hundreds, thousands. With this, we are going to be gradually driving into our expanded method of writing 3205. So what I'm going to do now is notice also that because we have 3 zeros, this can actually be expressed as 10 to the power of 3. So that represents thousands. Hundreds can be written as 10 to the power of 2 because it has 2 zeros. Notice that each power is equivalent to the number of zeros we have. And tens means 10 to the power of 1 because it has just 1 zero. Why? 1 has no zero, so we can write this as 10 to the power of 0. This is the same thing as the place values I've written right above here. So one way for us to fix the expanded form of this will be to write each of these digits that make up 3202 multiplied by their corresponding place values. You can go like this. So if I go this way, 3205 in expanded form will now be the same thing as 3 times 1000 add 2 times 100, 2 times 100, add 0 tens, or you can say 0 times 10, and add 5 ones, or 5 times 1. This is one way of writing it in expanded form. This will be a very correct answer. Meanwhile, you can also go a little further, not working with this. You can go as far as working with the next column. So it means I'll be working with 5 and 10 to the power of 0, 0 and 10 to the power of 1, 2 and 10 squared, and then 3 and 10 cubed. So in that case, another way you can express this expanded form, 3205, can be written as 3 multiplied by 10 to the power of 3, because that is the number that represents thousands place, add 2 times 10 to the power of 2, add 0 times 10 to the power of 1, and add 5 times 10 to the power of 0. This is yet another way you can actually write this. If you'd written the first one, which is this, you are correct. The second expression also is correct. But there is one more way you can represent it, and that is simply by simplifying either the A solution or the B solution. What I mean by that is writing it out in full by multiplying 3 times 100. 3 times 1000 gives you 3000. Yeah, so you can write it like this: 3000 add 2 times 100 gives you 200. 200 add 0 times 10 is zeros, then add 5 times 1 gives you 5. This is also another way to write it. So now take a look at this. We can decide to write this without the 0 because nothing changes. Therefore, instead of putting it exactly as it is in C now, which is our third answer, we can as well write it as 3000 add 200. Then we skip the 0 since it's not going to change any answer, and just write the number 5. So you see, I have just shown you 4 different ways, A, B, C, D, that you can use to write a number in expanded form. Remember, number is in base 10, and that is why we've written 10 and powers. If it was in a different base, we would use that particular base and the powers. But for now, this is what it is.